wield awesome power. But ever wonder who would win when nature's heavyweights go head-to-head? These battles do happen in the wild, but we rarely witness them. So, to see who's the ultimate champion, to understand their true power, and appreciate their skills, we stage our own battles in a virtual arena. As our animals take shape, experts compare their strengths and weaknesses. With specially built biomechanical machines, we test their might. Finally, our virtual contenders come face to face for the ultimate showdown, Animal Face-Off. Bad-tempered brawler versus streamlined predator. In an African river, overwhelming power confronts slashing speed when hippo meets bull shark. A 7,000-pound hippo will fight anything that moves. But is it a match for a 700-pound bull shark? The aggressive bull shark is powered by more testosterone than any other animal. But can it bite through 2 inches of hippo hide? Jowls meets Jaws when hippo and bull shark go head-to-head in Animal Face-Off. An international team of scientists, designers, and engineers assembles at Animal Face-Off's building and testing facility.
So, Ellen, Dan, here's the million-dollar question. Who's going to win the fight between the bull shark and the hippo?
Bull shark wins hands down, absolutely. It's going to come up, rip out a gigantic chunk of the hippo's stomach. Fight's over right there.
Dan Huber is a biologist from the University of South Florida. He specializes in shark bites.
Hippo has bigger teeth, bigger body, bigger bite. Absolutely no contest.
Dr. Ellen Rogers is a wildlife veterinarian. She's worked with some of the biggest and baddest animals in Africa.
David and Goliath. And David wins every time. Everybody knows that.
We'll just see.
So it's the classic battle between big and heavy, fast and ferocious.
Jonathan Wiersma is a measuring expert. His specialty, calculating the power of animal bites. Ellen, Dan, and Jonathan will help us predict what happens when a hippo and a shark go head-to-head. To understand what each animal brings to the face-off, we'll deconstruct their defense systems and attack behavior. Because it's too dangerous to work with the real animals, we'll conduct our tests with biomechanical replicas. Biomechanical information and biological data will help the Animal Face-Off computer team design and build 2 virtual opponents that will meet in a fight to the finish. Opponent number 1, the hippopotamus. A big male hippo can be more than 11 feet long and 5 feet tall at the shoulder. He tips the scales at 7,000 pounds. Main weapons, tusk-like teeth. Each lower canine is more than a foot long and can weigh almost 2.5 pounds. Those canines may look blunt, but the inner edges sharpen themselves as they grind together. Chris Wheatley, Mike Latham, and Justin Buckingham are Animal Face-Off's designers and engineers. For help building their biomechanical hippo, they consult Ellen. They start with a resin cast of a real hippo skull.
I mean, is this a typical example of an adult skull?
These teeth are pretty good, although this bottom one and this top one should be opposing. And that's what keeps them very sharp. So that's the one thing I would change if I could. But and the size, it could go bigger than that. Some of them are bigger.
What do these guys eat? What are they? What's their normal?
Despite what they look like with those teeth in the front, are vegetarians. They only eat grass.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do they use the teeth for?
They use them for fighting. They actually are not meat eaters. They only eat plants, but they fight each other for territory. And to protect their calves.
They look very cuddly. Are they cuddly and friendly? Or?
No, not at all. People think hippos are really cute. If you look at cartoons, they're often portrayed as really nice animals. But I've worked with these things in the wild, and they are just pure evil.
He'd be an interesting one to build, I reckon. He'd be quite good.
The team has just 1 week to create a metal hippo head for biomechanical testing. Using the resin skull as their template, Justin and his team of model makers carve a polystyrene replica. Chris, the designer, works out how to make the jaws move.
This is going to be one mother of a thing to bite down on.
At the foundry, the polystyrene jaws are packed in sand. Aluminum, heated to more than 1,200 degrees, melts and replaces the polystyrene. The result? An anatomically accurate set of metal hippo jaws, weighing 315 pounds.
So we don't quite know what we're doing yet. So I'm going to leave it in the capable hands of my trusty assistant, Terry.
Now the design team needs to learn how the hippo jaws work, so they can bring this metal beast to life. Because its dental armory is so heavy, the hippo has an oversized lower jaw, powered by huge muscles. The jaw hinges far back, giving the hippo a flip-top head. The reason for such a big mouth? So males can intimidate other males who encroach on their turf.
How wide do you think their mouth would get? Like, I mean,
They're unusual because they can open their mouth 150 degrees. It's astounding. And part of the reason is if you look at the joint here in the jaw, it's very shallow, which means it can open a lot more. And their lips, the skin here on their mouth goes back much further than most animals. If you compare humans to dogs, let's say, our lips stop here and dogs stop here, and hippos go back even further.
Look at that, Joe. That's huge.
It's huge, yeah.
That's a lot to open.
can you guys model that wide?
We're going to work out. We're going to use the rounds on this anyway to get that sort of
150 degrees, yeah.
That's a lot. That is a lot, eh?
It's really wide, yeah. These guys are so incredibly strong with their bite, they will bite crocodiles in half.
Get out of here.
Really?
Seriously. They just, yeah. So your shark is in trouble.
The team's next challenge? Create realistic movement and power the jaws. That's Mike's job. The head will be mounted on RV2, a remote-controlled vehicle built from a stripped-down excavator.
Better late than never, me old mate. It's too close to that. Yeah. So what we might have to do is paint it all out.
For safety, Mike operates the RV from a remote seat with a good view of the test lab. A big diesel delivers power to hydraulic pistons attached to the skull.
That's great, because that's exactly how they revel, like that.
Time to reveal the masterpiece.
Well, what do you think?
I'm impressed.
I am too.
This is a pretty mean-looking hippo.
Your shark
Yeah.
doesn't have a chance. No.
But look at that.
Look at this thing. Their necks are not usually that long.
Not quite that long. No tank tracks either?
No, but their mouths are that big. You should see the real ones. You'd never be this close.
In the lab, we can use precise electronic equipment, impossible with a wild animal.
Very impressive.
Nice job on the team.
Yeah, that's a pretty mean-looking beast.
Can I see what this thing can do? Can it open? How far? That's beautiful.
So is that's biologically relevant?
Oh, yeah. They could even maybe do it a little bit more.
Yeah.
150 degrees.
Oh,
wow.
There you go. Hey. That's definitely over 100 degrees.
Nice. This is how they threaten each other. They show off their giant canines. Those are the ones that are going to kill your shark.
Nice. All right, come on, let's put the wood in there. Let's measure this thing.
Jonathan's specialty is carnivores, so he has no idea what kind of bite this herbivore brings to the table.
Does anybody know exactly how hard a hippo is going to actually bite?
As far as I know, nobody's ever measured it.
Mike knows the hippo has a huge bite, but he's worried the joints that let the metal jaws open and close will break if the pressure gets too high. He'll need to limit the hydraulics to a safe maximum.
We're at 300 right now. We're at what? 300? Wow, there's 700 right there. Oh,
sink it in.
1,740. Look at that. It increased by 70%. 2,000.
Oh, that's just, it's sunk completely into the wood.
2,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hate to break this news to you.
That's as high as Mike is prepared to go.
Sink it in.
Well, guys, that's 2,400 pounds. I mean, that's like the whole defensive side of a football team in the NFL. So I'm thinking that's pretty representative of a lot of force.
Hippos are the second heaviest land animals, right behind elephants. There's no doubt their bite is even stronger than our replica's 1-ton bite.
Oh,
Sink it in.
Vegetarian. Should we try some fruit?
Let's do it.
See what it can do.
Watermelons can give the jaws a workout without any risk they'll break during the test.
Definitely got a big mouth.
Up a little more.
All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
If it gets those jaws around the shark during the fight, the virtual hippo could crush it.
That's a greedy hippo, isn't it?
Right, let's crush a TV.
TV.
You guys better have a big one in that mouth.
The glass on this 40-inch TV is half an inch thick. Lifting it is a two-man job, but it easily fits in the hippo's mouth.
Yeah, I can do it here.
Hold on, on the teeth here. There. Just drop it down onto your teeth. That's it. Okay.
Why is everyone standing behind me? Is this what
what they eat?
This is not their natural prey, no. Okay, here we go to crash the TV. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Nice job.
If the hippo can do that to a television, it could make mincemeat of the bull shark. £7,000 of brawn with self-sharpening 12-inch teeth and a bite force of more than a ton. How can the bull shark compete with such a mighty opponent?
You're talking about bringing an overweight vegetarian into a fight against a predator that's been evolving for 400 million years.
I'm talking about a 7,000-pound aggressive mammal against a tenth of the weight of a little baby shark.
What will the opposition bring to the ultimate showdown? Time to build and test a biomechanical shark. The hippo has giant teeth and a big mouth. How does the bull shark compare? Up to 11 feet long and weighing 700 pounds, the bull shark is the pit bull terrier of the shark world.
You're trying to tell me these tiny little teeth are going to go through
Tiny teeth? What are you talking
2
about?
inches of hippo hide? I don't think
with
so.
Absolutely no problem. If you look at the teeth on the lower jaw, you see how they're much pointier than the teeth on the upper jaw? And the reason for that is that when the lower jaw swings up, the pointing teeth are going to penetrate into the prey item. Then as the upper jaw comes down, the triangular teeth with the big serrations on them are going to dig in. Well, a lot of people think that shark jaw is dislocated. That's not actually the case. And that's actually one of the things that's going to be a challenge for you guys on the design crew. The major thing that we need to accomplish here is that the skull, as it rotates up, the upper jaw and the lower jaw all have to move independently.
That's 3 independent moving parts. Can the team make the 3 parts move independent of each other? The head joins the body, the hydraulic rams are connected, and the whole rig shakes from side to side, just like it's supposed to. Time for our shark expert to check it out.
Dan, do you want to have a quick look at our shark we've got here?
Oh, this is coming out great, guys.
Well, that's what we wanted you to have a look at. We're not sure if we got it quite right. I'll show you the move, eh? So you tell us if it's right or wrong.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Can you get it to stop a little bit shorter? It's not going to move out quite that far.
Okay. So from there, you'd think what, sort of to there?
Yeah, right about there would be perfect.
We'll have all the moves.
You guys are getting it down. This is going to be great.
The bull shark's big moment has arrived.
Ellen, check this thing out. You getting nervous yet?
Not yet. It doesn't look that big.
I think you better be. This thing is going to rip your hippo to shreds.
Is it true that sharks don't even have bones?
No, they don't have bones. They're completely cartilaginous.
But you're using aluminum.
Well, actually, the shark's jaws, especially with a bull shark, are going to be reinforced with calcium, so they're similar to bone.
So what would the bite force be, Dan?
Nobody really knows for sure. It hasn't been determined for a bull shark. My research with bite force in sharks has been on much smaller animals in the lab. But based on the size of the muscles and the kind of prey that we know that they eat, I would have to guess you're probably going to get upwards of around 1,000 pounds. All right, why don't we try that load cell again?
So you got some wood there, Justin?
The load cell measured a bite force of 2,400 pounds for our hippo. What will it measure in the shark jaws?
Yeah, we're already registering at 50 pounds.
They're much smaller and shallower than the hippo jaws.
Oh, there's 200.
The teeth are so fine, just in fears they might break.
How's those teeth, Just?
They're good.
There's 350.
Are they sinking into the wood yet?
Yeah, they are.
More hippo fun.
350 pounds.
Yeah, oh, 600. Whoa! It was wood.
Hey, look.
We hit a maximum of 1250.
Well, yeah, that's about what I estimated as a bull shark might potentially do. So that initial bite is gonna, like you saw, just break wood, break bones, whatever the case. And look at the bite radius. I mean, that's exactly what you see when a bull shark attacks something.
We haven't started any sideways movement yet either.
Thank you, Mike.
It's like getting a handsaw and resting it on a piece of timber. It's not till you start moving it forward and back that it starts cutting, is it?
I don't know. I keep telling you, it's going to be terrible to get eaten alive bit by bit.
So what will 1,250 pounds of bite force do to the shark's natural prey?
But now I'm going to show you why your hippo's really in trouble. We're going to see how the teeth cut. Let's go for it. Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, now back off.
Yeah.
There you go. Just that one movement of the jaws just sunk the teeth way down into this fish. And I mean, that's a significant amount of damage.
But you realize my hippo's a little bit bigger than that?
Bit by bit, I told you. But when you add the head shaking, it's going to rip the head of this fish right off.
The shark's bite is powerful, but only half the power of our hippo's bite. But Dan believes the side-to-side shaking will add a whole new dimension to the shark bite.
All right, let's close them.
You gonna be able to hold on to that?
Yeah, I'll get it.
I'm ready. You're right.
Go for it. Whoa. All right, now go back to the other side.
Oh, you're right. It definitely
Look at that.
did bite the head off.
Just right back and forth. It ripped it right off.
Now, how thick is a hippo's skin?
It's about 2 inches thick.
How thick is that
That's
fish?
about 2 inches.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Things that make you go.
Dan decides a stingray from the local fish market will simulate the toughness of hippo skin.
Now, what you may not know is that sharks, and bull sharks in particular, actually eat a lot of other sharks and stingrays. So we got this big one right here to, again, show just how effective the teeth are at cutting. You want to give me a hand putting this in?
Sure.
Why don't we try it like this? We'll get the head right in there. All right, jaws up. Get him sink in there good? All right, yeah, let's see what kind of damage it did.
I like to be facing.
Look at that.
That's pretty
It
significant.
went right through the back of the skull.
The teeth easily pierce the stingray skull.
You guys want to maybe try and rip off one of the pectoral fins?
Now to add the shark shake to the equation.
Oh, oh.
There you go. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. Just took the wing right off. And that's actually a really common behavior for sharks when they eat stingrays. They'll bite one of the wings off, make it a lot harder for the stingray to get away, and then come back and pick up the rest.
The shark may be only a tenth the hippo's size, but it has teeth like steak knives.
So we just saw what this awesome predator did to a fish and to this stingray. I mean, that's pretty impressive right there. And your little vegetarian hippo was only crushing watermelons. But just to be fair, why don't we see what this thing can do to a watermelon?
With the watermelon, we can directly compare the bite damage inflicted by the hippo and the shark.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's gonna be a clean cut.
All right, great. All right, Mike.
Ready?
Watch your head. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
nice catch.
Well done.
Check that out. It was the perfect cut. Clean in half.
The difference is clear. The hippo smashed the watermelon, while the shark makes a clean cut. More data for our virtual combatant, taking shape in the computer lab. The bull shark, 700 pounds of pure killing machine, armed with lethal cutting teeth.
It's going to be terribly painful for a hippo to just get eaten alive bit by bit by bit. You're talking about one of the most aggressive animals on the planet in the bull shark.
The hippo kills more people than any other animal in Africa. Hello?
Well, the
More
bull-
aggressive than lions, more aggressive than buffalo.
Well, on the same token, the bull shark attacks more people than any other shark there is.
We've seen our unlikely rivals' weapons. Next, we'll check out their defenses. When the hippo and bull shark meet head-on in a virtual contest, there can be only one winner. The bull shark has razor-sharp teeth, but look what they'll have to bite through. A hippo's skin is so thick, it makes up nearly 1/5 of its body weight. On the back and flanks, it's almost 2 inches thick, but it narrows to a delicate 1/2 inch on the belly. The outer layer of skin, the epidermis, is even thinner, making the poor old hippo prone to sunburn. That's why hippos spend so much time underwater. Overall, the hippo's thick, heavy skin is great body armor, but the shark could exploit its soft underbelly. And the shark's defense systems? A shark's skin is covered with thousands of overlapping scales made from the same material as its teeth. This dental chainmail is as rough as sandpaper and up to 20 times tougher than leather. Those overlapping scales make the shark extra streamlined. But can this lightweight body armor withstand a hippo bite? The hippo's skin is nearly 2 inches thick. The shark is protected by a tooth suit. Both animals bring body armor to the contest. In nature, face-offs between the hippo and bull shark occur in African rivers. So let's see them in their natural environment. Hippo scientist Dr. Ellen Rogers, shark expert Dan Huber, and the animal face-off team have been waiting for this moment. Testing the metal hippo in the water.
Lucky. Come on, bring it on.
I told you they were aggressive.
I'll give you that. That certainly is an intimidating looking machine.
This is great because these guys spend half their day in the water.
Hippos are land animals who spend most of their time underwater. They even sleep submerged, with just their nostrils breaking the surface. They can hold their breath for up to 6 minutes. Though hippos are huge, little of their bulk is fat. They're mostly muscle, skin, and bone. When our hippo meets the shark, it won't be swimming. It will be walking along the riverbed.
That's so cool. That's exactly what they do. They come up like that and yawn.
The mouth is going to open that wide.
It does. And it's to show off their teeth and show what a big guy they are. Look at that.
And the head, will they shake back and forth like that when they're fighting each other?
Yeah, they throw water and just to threaten each other. This is great because it's such hippo behavior right there.
So are hippos a really big threat to people in African waters?
They are. Actually, amazingly, they kill more people than any other animal in Africa. Yeah.
Even crocodiles?
Yeah, even lions, any of them. One of the ways they do it is there are a lot of fishermen. That's the way a lot of people make their living. And they have these small little boats out on these rivers and out on these lakes. And the hippos will come, tip the boats over.
Why? Because bull hippos are turf hogs. They claim a stretch of riverbank and fight off all intruders. These titanic battles can last for hours and end in death. If a hippo is strong enough to lift another clean off the ground, what would happen if one surfaced under a boat? We're about to see why the hippo is one of Africa's most feared animals.
Jonathan, you ready?
Yep, ready to go.
Mike, you ready?
The first experiment, measure how easily the hippo can flip a kayak.
1, go!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Can you imagine being in that? That's why you don't want to go boating in Africa alone, especially. Because now the crocs can get you, the hippos can get you.
Could the hippo toss a bull shark as easily? Data man Jonathan Wiersma crunches the numbers.
What we've measured here is the velocity of the bow of the kayak moving through the air. It actually accelerates at about 12 meters per second squared. Just the amount of force from it hitting that kayak in just a short little second transferred a lot of force to that kayak, and that's why it went flying. And I guess that's why these animals can flip boats in the wild quite so easily.
I actually feel a little bit sorry for you and the shark because you're just not going to last.
Well, it's going to be funny to see you with your foot in your mouth when this is all said and done and the bull shark is swimming off with a big chunk of hippo.
Speaking of mouths, have you seen the size of the hippo mouth? It's like this. Your whole shark is going to fit in there.
So what will happen when we put our kayak inside the hippo's mouth?
2, 1, bite.
When big teeth and a bigger mouth meet the pearly whites of a super predator, anything can happen. This kayak is the same size as a bull shark. So let's see what damage the hippo can do.
That is going to be your shark.
All right, have some mercy.
Water resistance and brute strength are a deadly combination.
Who's going to win? Are you done?
I don't know.
Bring it over. Bring it over. Oh, that's a good. Let go. Jonathan, come here. Come
take a look at
this.
this. I mean, this is...
Take a look at what? There's
That's
nothing
all that's
left. That was 2,400 pounds.
And it just, I mean, it shattered it like it was...
Oh my God.
Like it was a shark.
Look at that. And I mean, this is not easy to break. I mean, that's tough.
That's why hippos kill more people than any other animal.
Look at
And
that.
that's why my hippo's going to crush your shark.
I don't know. I'm not, that's impressive. I mean, you can't deny that, but I'm by no means convinced.
Impressive.
I'm still putting my money on the shark.
Smashing a 45-pound fiberglass kayak is a neat trick, but a bull shark can weigh more than 700 pounds.
That didn't convince you. Maybe this will. Let's see what it can do to this steel drum.
Filled with water, this steel drum weighs 420 pounds.
Okay, let's crunch it.
The drum is tougher than shark skin, but closer to the bull shark's weight.
What is that? Looks like the thing's bleeding.
It is. That's going to be your shark.
No problem lifting the drum, but has our hippo bitten off more than it can chew this time?
Something
No,
there.
they usually just...
Oh my God.
Oh, my hippo!
Steel drums are built far tougher than a bull shark. We pushed the biomechanical hippo beyond its limits.
If your animal can't keep its head on, it can't kill my shark.
I'm going to cry. Somebody help it.
Lifeguard.
Was that your bit that broke?
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah, that has definitely broken.
The combined weight of the aluminum skull and the water-filled drum was a mighty 735 pounds.
Wow, guys, this is fantastic. Come check this footage out. It's awesome.
Factor in water resistance and the forces generated as the head moved up and down, and no wonder the metal skull sheared off its narrow mount. The biomechanical hippo had a long, thin neck.
Their necks are not usually that long.
Not quite that long?
No.
Real hippos seem to have no neck at all. The skull and neck are packed with huge, powerful muscles and wrapped with thick, flexible skin. Result, unbreakable. Let's see how the shark matches up.
What you'll notice about this predator is that its head is attached to its body. It definitely makes feeding a lot easier. I'm gonna bring the fight to you. We're going into the fresh water.
So, how's your ocean-going shark going to make it up to my hippo? My freshwater hippo.
Well, bull sharks are unique because they tend to move up into freshwater systems. In fact, in Africa, bull sharks are known as Zambezi sharks because they'll move up to hundreds of miles up the Zambezi River, which is where they'd interact with hippos.
Bull sharks live in murky, shallow water. Poor eyesight is offset by other senses. A shark can detect blood in water at concentrations below 1 part per million. We've seen the damage the biomechanical bull shark inflicted on a fish and a stingray. Now let's see what it can do to this reef shark from the local fish market. This time, we add the shark's classic side-to-side shaking motion to the equation.
And what's great about this is that bull sharks very, very often eat other sharks as a part of their diet. Yeah, in fact, other sharks make up more than half of a bull shark's diet. You're going to tell me that thing's not intimidating you? Look at that.
It's a little scary.
These things, the
flashing, but
the teeth are so effective at puncturing and cutting.
it's not cutting that fish.
It's just tossing the thing around like a rag doll.
Real bull shark teeth have fine serrations, a feature the design team couldn't replicate in aluminum. So although the metal beast thrashes like a real shark, its teeth lack the same cutting edge.
Hell, let's go check this thing out. Wow! Look at this damage, oh my god. John, did you see this? Yeah, it certainly got it. It's just totally crushed the skull.
How far did those teeth go in?
Oh, they punctured.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
they went right through.
Yeah. In the wild, it would have taken the head clear off, without a doubt.
For a hippo, that's just a tiny little wound. Your shark is just going to get snapped in two.
Ignorance is bliss. You don't know what's coming to you.
The bull shark has an unusual ability. It can extend its jaws for attack. But can it bite through 2 inches of hippo skin? Our tests so far suggest it can, but there's one more to come.
Let's get this kayak in the water. Jonathan, you want to give us a hand?
Yeah, for sure. You think it's really going to bite this?
Absolutely.
I don't know,
In
man.
fact,
Pretty tough.
in Sydney Harbor in Australia, bull sharks have been known to go after people that are in rowing events and kayaks.
Can the shark open its mouth wide enough to grab the canoe?
2, 1, go!
I don't know if it damaged it, but...
See, that's the way it knocks the passengers out of the kayak and then eats them.
The shark can capsize a kayak, but it hasn't proven it can bite one.
That was pretty scary.
I told you.
The only bite the shark can make is on the small bow.
There you go.
Ooh.
Just gonna rip the end off?
Oh.
Yeah, it's in there.
And the bite alone isn't enough. It takes the shark shake to seal the deal.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
You took off the tip.
Are you kidding? Look at that.
What do you want, Ellen? Come on.
I want to... Well, you know, the bite's kind of small.
My animal still has its head on.
You had to hand feed it.
It is about 5 or 6 degrees smaller than what it's needed to be to get itself around the kayak. So when it comes to a hippo, the hippo might actually be too big of an animal for this shark to attack.
In a fight, will the virtual bull shark manage to bite the hippo? We're about to find out.
Let's just even look at the teeth. My hippo's teeth are this long. It's going to go right through your shark.
Yeah, but you're also talking about an animal that has full mobility in the water with the shark. So it's going to be able to just stick and move. It's going to get in, rip a chunk out, take off, let the hippo bleed out for a while, and just keep coming, taking a bit at a time.
Your shark is going to be bitten in half 2 seconds into the fight.
I don't think so.
The bull shark, teeth and testosterone. The hippo, all tusks and temper. Who will win when they go head-to-head on Animal Face-Off? An aggressive hippo with gaping jaws versus a stealthy shark with serrated teeth. How will these unlikely rivals shape up in the showdown? In our scenario, a lone bull hippo is resting in an African river. He's bleeding from a gash on his back, the result of a fight with another male. The smell of blood attracts a hungry bull shark. The scene is set for a lethal encounter.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The computer's crunched the data, and we're ready to find out who the winner is. It's Judgment Day. Who would like to do the honors?
Well, the bull shark's going to win, so I'll let the lady go first.
Yeah, but your shark's just a little girl. You can go first.
Very funny.
Drawn by the smell of blood, the bull shark begins the encounter with an exploratory bump. After confirming the hippo is food, it tries to get in some bites. But as our tests showed, the hippo's thick hide, combined with his enormous girth, is too much of a mouthful for the smaller shark. The dangling tail is an easy target, but even the thin skin behind the back leg proves too tough for the shark. The hippo doesn't know what hit him, but that bad temper lights a fire in his belly. Once the hippo begins his counterattack, the tide turns. The hippo's enormous jaws easily encircle the shark. It's impaled on those foot-long tusks and crushed. A true David and Goliath face-off. Only this is the real world. The big guy won.
I guess all that testosterone didn't actually help your shark.
Give me a break. You got lucky. Everybody knows that sharks are the ultimate predators.
Well, it doesn't seem that way from what we've seen today.
I want a rematch, and I want the home court advantage. Bring your hippo to the ocean. Shark wins any day of the week.
Do 2 out of 3 if you'll bring your shark to the land.
接下来，佛罗里达街头上演真人版《无间道》，腥风血雨，步步杀机，气毒大战全面开打，终极警戒就在 Discovery 热门9点档，接着播出。